Does Fancy approve?
Mm-hmm. She loves it.
And we are off on fire closure area number 8. This is the second to the last 8 of 9, and actually the last one that Fancy will be able to be a part of, because the last one is the Crater Lake Rim Trail. Fancy. In 2017, the PCT was a huge challenge. Between the snow in the Sierra and then the fires north of there, it did make reaching Canada and that victory pretty sweet. Yet with all the fire closures, there was still this lingering sense of unfinished business. I didn't feel good about calling myself a triple crowner until my footsteps connected. And I think that I found some peace in filling in the fire closure areas and having this little side adventure with Fancy and my mom. You got this, Mom and May. Fancy? Do you need some water? Do you want some water? I've been watching Fancy hike all day today and really, trying to think about how she was at the beginning of this trip and if this trip has really seemed to help her with any of her anxiety that she seems to suffer from. And I have to say that I definitely think it's helped. She seems to trust us a lot more. She's done so well hiking on trail. She sleeps closer to us at night. She seems to play and be happier. And this is a dog who wouldn't even eat her dinner in a different room because it freaked her out that something changed. And if she rode in any vehicle but mine, it was the end of the world. Now, do I think that she'll ever be the perfect dog who can go in a dog park and have no anxiety and get along with every dog in there? No, probably not, but that's okay. She's come a long way, she's still making progress, and she's close enough to perfect for me. She's close enough to perfect for me. Setting up our last night on trail in the dark. Classic. The Last Supper of the PCT, starting with an avocado appetizer and a main course of a can, yes, a can, even though we had all of that water, of New England clam chowder, because I've never carried a can out on trail before. So, why not the last night? This might be the best meal that I've ever had on trail, potentially. Or maybe it's just that exciting because I've never had it. But either way, it's really, really good. So if you have a low mileage stretch, like you're just out for an overnight or something, totally splurge on a pop top can of clam chowder if you like it, because it's divine. Fancy. Meme. It's your last morning on trail. You want to go see Hank? Oh, you just want to be left alone. So what's the best breakfast you've had on trail so far? For real. Like, you don't have to say this just because.
Probably this.
Yeah,
yes.
I really think so. I mean, for me it is. Cheese grits, and we finally found some bacon jerky. So we're having cheese grits and bacon for breakfast.
Yes, I don't think I ever want another Pop-Tart in my life.
Yeah. I'm telling you, these trail cheese grits are slap yo mama good. Come here, mama. Definitely the most challenging thing about this stretch is the lack of water. We will actually have no natural water source that flows across the trail in the whole 16-mile piece. So we have 10 liters total. I've got 6 for me and Fancy May, and Mom has 4. So I just think it's pretty funny that our packs are gonna be the heaviest that they've been this whole trip on a one overnight section. Hello. Happy trails.
Hey, it's so Queenie. It's Queenie.
She's not sure about them. About some bug net Mom has. Maybe she needs to just... Check this out, y'all. Burn area, burn area, burn area, burn area, and green forest ahead. Like grass and all. There's some greenery growing back over there in the burned area, but like this you can clearly see is the border. It's just crazy to me. This here is known as the monkey butt tree. Why were you excited about touching the top of the tree?
Oh, because one day it'll be too tall and somebody won't be able to touch the top. So I did.
The things you think about while you're walking. Fancy says enough of this burn area. She's found her little sliver of shade and she's not going anywhere. Still no trees in sight, huh? I've got Hook Comment told us that in about 0.4 we should have trees again. Yay! We found the trees. Some good solid shade. It's time for lunch. Fancy, I'll eat? Woohoo! South end of the closure area. And footsteps connected right here. You ready to get in? All right, you're done, baby. You did it. Come here. You did it, good girl. Good girl. And we are finally here at Fire Closure Area 9 of 9. We're ready to go scope out Crater Lake. Woo-hoo! We've got 9 miles of the rim trail to do today. We're actually at the north end right now of the rim trail alternate where it intersects with the PCT. This is where we camped in 2017 and we weren't really able to see the lake at all. We weren't able to walk around the rim trail and we just camped here and trucked north after staying a night at the lodge. But today we're gonna start here, hike south along the rim trail and walk down to where our vehicle is parked near the lodge area. And hopefully we'll get there in time to have some dinner. If you're not very familiar with Crater Lake, you might not know that it is the deepest lake in the United States at about 2,000 feet deep. It's like 1,900 something. I thought that was pretty crazy. And also, it used to be a volcano. It's the Rim of the Woods Trail. Because you don't see any lake to start with, so that's okay. It just builds up. It's exciting.
Do it again.
Oh my God. These might be the ugliest snow angels I've ever seen. Looks like a computer screen, like the backdrop of a computer, or like I've said, the Truman Show. We had 9 miles to do today, 3 of which started out just in the woods and you couldn't see anything. And I think we did those miles in about, 2 hours? And we've been hours on the rest of this just because it's so pretty, and every turn it just looks, I don't know, like a new scene. We only have a couple more miles and maybe even less than that until my footsteps are finally connected for the Pacific Crest Trail, and I can then submit my application to be considered as an official Triple Crowner. This is the final exam.
Yes.
Being able to show my mom the West Coast and several new states was pretty incredible because she was the one who first introduced me to nature and taught me to love it, and whether she realizes it or not, really set this whole through hiking thing into motion for me. So being able to finish my final footsteps on this PCT journey with her was priceless, and I can't imagine finishing in a more perfect place than Crater Lake.